Hey, what it do? This is your boy, KQKC Boxing Network. And this is Boxing Updates. Yes, it is true. Breaking news with Oscar Valdez. He has tested positive for PED banned substance. And that substance is called Phentermine. That's the name of the banned substance. And this is the A sample. Now, of course, we're going to have to wait on the B sample to pretty much see what will be the repercussions. Now, Oscar Valdez reportedly tested positive for a banned substance in his A sample. Keep that in mind, A sample. Ahead of his September the 10th title defense of his WBC super featherweight belt against Roberson Consicchio. Valdez still has his B sample that needs to be tested, which may or may not clear him. Now, keep in mind, the WBC, no matter what they have done, no matter how crooked their asses are, they still are part of the clean boxing program. So therefore, they have what we call VADA testing or USADA testing. All right? So that's the United States Doping Anti-Agency. All right? Now, there's no word from Valdez or what happened with the positive test. In the past, the Mexican superstar Canelo Alvarez tested positive for banned substance clenbuterol. Now, of course, we all know what his excuse. Now, keep in mind, Oscar Valdez and Canelo Alvarez are friends. Now, I don't know if that makes a difference, but sometimes the truth is right there in front of you. A wink, wink. The reason for that positive test was Canelo is said to have eaten Mexican beef while in his home country. Now, let me stop there for a minute. If you know that the meat is not good for you and your career, you know what the meat has in it, then why the fuck eat it? Say, no, I can't eat this because I have a fight coming up and therefore I will be tested positive. So therefore I need to stay away from this. Or you eating it to mask something else you're doing, or you eating it using it as an excuse. Jay, allegedly. Let me keep it that way. Wink, wink. Now, of course, obviously, Phentermine wouldn't be something that meat producers will be feeding their livestock. Now, of course, Mike Comprehension is reporting that Valdez, who's 29-0 with 23 KOs, tested positive for that Phentermine in a VADA test. Now, Valdez, who's 30 years old, is scheduled to defend his WBC title at 135 against number 14 WBC Consicchio. Now, if I said the name right, I'm sorry. If I chopped it up, I'm sorry. But you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Now, of course, he's 16-0. Now, on September the 10th, in the headliner on ESPN Plus at the Casino del Sol in Tucson, Arizona. Now, Oscar Valdez A sample was positive. Now, it would be a big disappointment for boxing fans if the Valdez Consicchio, if I said it right, again, fuck it if I didn't, fight is canceled due to Valdez tests. Now, Valdez is coming off a career best win in stopping WBC 130-pound champion Miguel Burchett. Now, that was in the 10th round to capture his title on February the 20th. Now, for that fight, Valdez had no problems with him passing drug tests. Now, it would be interesting to see what happens with Valdez if his B sample tests positive as well. Obviously, Valdez's fight with Castillo will likely be canceled. Then there will probably be a suspension of some sort. And then possibly Valdez being stripped of his WBC 130-pound strap. Now, keep in mind, Valdez is a Mexican descent, just like Canelo Alvarez, just like Maurice Suleiman, just like the home of the WBC in Mexico. So, can you say wink wink when you're talking about stripping WBC Oscar Valdez? Now, that is the right thing to do, but will the WBC do the right thing? Now, according to the WBA, who's trying to do the right thing now, but it's not enough, but at least they're trying. Now, what about the WBC? When they gonna get their shit together? Now, of course, we know, wink wink, again, that most of your Mexican descent in power, like Maurice Suleiman, who's really full of shit, really hands out franchise belt to Canelo and all his favorites, which a belt like that shouldn't even be in the sport of boxing because it doesn't make sense, but it does make dollars for their asses. Now, of course, wink wink, we don't know if he will get stripped. But again, once again, KQ said that's the right thing to do because PEDs is ruining the sport of boxing. Well, this one of the things that's ruining the sport of boxing. All this clown show, all this so-called YouTuber boxing is also making a mockery out of sport or the sweet science of boxing. I can name many other things that's screwing with the sport of boxing, like champions not fighting each other, like champions sitting there holding the belts. I can go on and on about what's going on in the sport of boxing today. All right? Now, don't get me fired up. All right? Now, of course, besides the potential suspension, which, wink, wink, it might not happen, being stripped of his WBC super featherweight title, being stripped of his WBC's featherweight title. I'm sorry. It would wreck a unification fight for Valdez between him and the winner of October the 23rd fight between the WBOC. Wow. All right. But it's the 130-pound champion, Jamal Herring, and Shakur Stevenson. That's the WBO he's trying to say. All right. The WBO 130-pound champion between Jamal Harrington and Shakur Stevenson. All right. Now, keep in mind, Shakur Stevenson, Jamal Harrington, and Oscar Valdez, they all are from the same stable. And that means that they all are with none other than that stinking shit ass Bob Arum. Now, of course, Bob Arum is turning into another Oscar De La Hoya. Always got problems in the stable. Well, that's no surprise. Bob Arum always had problems in his stable. Can you say a la Floyd Mayweather, a la Mikey Garcia? Huh? Hello, Cotto? Can I go on? Can I go on and on? Yes, I can. Now, instead of Valdez fighting the winner of the Harrington versus Stevenson contest in a unification, he will be going into the match as a challenger, putting him in a weakened position in terms of negotiations. We have to see what happens with Valdez. But obviously, it doesn't look good for him to be able to defend his WBO title against Roberson Castillo on September the 10th. Now, getting stripped of his WBC 130-pound title would not only mess up Valdez's plans, but it would sport a lot of great fights beyond him facing the Harrington versus Stevenson winner. Now, Valdez looked better than ever in his last fight against Burchak. Now, and he surprised many boxing fans with the ease with which he defeated a very good fighter. Now, heading into the Burchak-Valdez clash, fans felt that Burchak would be too big, too strong, and too goddamn talented for Valdez. But boy, did Valdez surprise Burchak. He came out like a motherfucker. Now, as I close, keep in mind that PEDs is ruining the sport of boxing. They are coming out like when crack rock came out. They coming out with the vengeance. And yes, we have boxers that's stupid enough to think that they can get away with it. And some do. Some say they scared of needles, right? But they got tattoos. You got some that's sitting there holding belts, won't fight each other. Sitting there just want to be a champion, laying on the couch, flipping the TV while they holding the belt. Won't fight each other. That's another reason why the sport of boxing is going downhill. I can name many, many other reasons. Can anybody say a la Mikhail Fox? Wow. Man, did I say that? Oops, I didn't mean to. What? Yes, I did. Fuck it. Yes, I did mean to say it. This is what's ruining the sport of boxing. Now, if Valdez tests a positive with the B sample, he should get stripped. Hell, if I was them, I would suspend his ass too, because his ass know what he's doing. And don't pull that meat and beef shit either, because keep in mind, he is friends with Canelo Alvarez. You know, monkey see, goddammit, monkey do. I am KQKC Boxing Network. If you haven't subscribed to this network, you better do so right now. Hit the bell icon and you will get notified each and every time I do a video. My live stream Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Central Time, and Saturday mornings. Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. That's a call-in show. Call in and talk to the singing motherfucking OG. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. We are a different type of channel. We are a different type of network. You free to say whatever you want. You don't have to agree with me. You're not going to get blocked. I welcome different opinions. I welcome different types of ways of looking at things. And at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, wow, you always welcome at KQKC Boxing Network family. So with that, that's all I got. I'm moving on to the next one, and this has been Boxing Updates, brought to you by none other than me, the singing OG, KQKC. And with that, shout out to the almighty LDBC. And with that, I greet you with the ancient word of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Salaikum salam. Peace be with you. I'm out of here.